Welcome to the new chapter 2. Today we are going to discuss about Azure architecture. In this session, we'll discuss about how the Azures are placed their data centers across the globe. What are the important components you need to understand when you start your journey into the cloud? So let's begin. When you start your journey into the cloud, you put your workload into the cloud. Data may travel near or far, but that journey always starts in a Azure geography and hits some common points along the way. So it is important to understand what is Azure cloud infrastructure or what is Azure global infrastructure. So global infrastructure is start with the data centers. Conceptually, data centers are same as large corporate data centers. They are facilitated with resource arranged in a racks with dedicated power, cooling, and networking infrastructure. As a global provider, Azure has a data centers around the world. However, these individual data centers aren't directly accessible. Data centers are grouped into the Azure regions or Azure availability zones that are designed to help you achieve a resiliency and reliability for your business critical workload. So when I say regions, region is a geographical area on the planet that contains at least one, but potentially multiple data centers that are nearby and network together with a low latency network. Azure intelligently assign and control the resources within this region to ensure a workload are appropriately balanced. When you deploy a resource in Azure, you will often need to choose a region where you want to resource to be deployed. So Azure has a 60 plus regions representing over 140 countries. So let's understand what is the availability zone. So availability zone are physically separated data centers within a Azure region. Each availability zones is made up of one or more data centers equipped with independent power, cooling, and networking. An availability zone is a set of to be a isolation boundary. If one zone goes down, the other continues working. Availability zones are connected through high-speed fiber optic channels. So if you see my screen right over here, I'm showing one example where I'm going to create a VM in US East region. So when I select a US East 2 region, I have to choose a availability zone. It is optional for me. When I select availability zone, then the next section it is I will get a option whether I have whether how many zone I have to select, whether I have to select one, two, or three. So it's your choice. You can select this zone, but it's always preferable when you are running a mission critical workload into the Azure cloud. Always choose a zone more than one so that you can keep your workload into the other data centers, and if one goes down you will your work application or business will run from other data centers. Keep in mind that there could be a cost to be duplicating your resources and transferring data between the availability zones. Availability zones are primarily for VMs, managed days, load balancers, and SQL databases. Azure services that supports availability zones falls into three major categories. One is zonal service, second one is zone redundant services, and third is non-regional services. So you need to understand this when you plan for or when you go for Azure availability zones. Now let's understand region pair region. Most other regions are paired with another regions with the same geography, at least 300 miles away. This approach allows for the replication of resources across a geography that helps reduce the likelihood of interruption because of the events such as a natural disasters, power outage, or physical network outage that affects the entire region. For example, if region in a pair was affected by natural disaster, services would automatically fail over to other region in its region pair. There is additional advantage to go with the region pair. If an extensive Azure outage occurs, one region out of the every pair is prioritized to make sure that at least one is restored as quickly as possible for application hosted in that region pair. Planned Azure outage are rolled out to the region pair, one region at a time, to minimize the downtime risk of application outage. And that data continues to be reside within the same geography as it pairs. These are the high level advantage of the region pair. If you see the my screen, you can see there is a I have shown a diagram where I have choose the central India, and central India is paired with South India. So my resources in central India get ultimately get transferred to South India if there is outage in central India. Even though Azure will plan some activity in one region, they will make sure that the other region is not affected at that point of time, so that I can keep a high availability of data. A resource and resource group. So resource is a basic building block for of Azure. Anything you can create into the Azure portal, or you can provision or deploy. That is a resource. For example, virtual machine, network, storage account are example of resource. And now the resource group. The resource group are simply grouping of resources. So if I want to keep all my resources together, then I can use a resource group. When you create a resource, you are required to place it into the resource group. While a resource group can contain many resources, or single resource can only be in one resource group at a time. Some resources may be moved between the resource group. Additionally, resource groups can't be nested, meaning it means that you cannot put resource group B inside resource group A. Resource group provides a convenient way to group resource together, and when you apply action to resource group, then that action will apply to all resources within that resource group. If you delete a resource group, then all the resources will be deleted automatically. If you grant or deny access to resource group, then you have granted or deny access to all resources within that resource group. So when you provisioning a resources, it is a good practice to think of resource group structure that best suit your requirement. Now we will talk about Azure subscription. So Azure subscription are unit of management, billing, and scale. In earlier slide, we talked about a resource group. So resource group are a way to logically organize the resources. Here, subscription allow you to logically organize your resource group and facilitate a billing. When you want to create a resource into Azure Cloud, you have to specify Azure subscriptions and resource group. That is must. You without that you cannot create a resource into in Azure Cloud. Subscription also provide you the authenticated authorized access to the Azure products and services. Azure subscription link with the Azure account. If you see my screen, you can see the Azure account link with the Dev subscription and Prod subscription. So Azure account act as the identity. Account can have multiple subscription, but it is only required to have one. In multi-subscription account, you can use a subscription to configure different billing model, apply different access management policies. You can use Azure subscription to define a boundaries around the Azure product, services, and resources. Mainly, there are two types of subscriptions boundaries you can use. First one is the billing boundary, through which you can generate the billings, reports, and invoices for each subscription. Another one is access control boundary, manage and control access to resources that users can provide provision with a specific subscriptions. We'll see about management group. The name suggests it is used for management purpose. So in earlier slides, we talked about the resource group who control the resources. Then we talked about a subscription who control the resource group. Now, to control subscription, we have a management group. In big organization, there could be a multiple department, HR, IT, marketing. Under that, you also there could be a multiple products. That product is a part of one project. So based on that, you can create a multiple resource groups, multiple subscriptions, and then you can place that subscriptions under the this root management group. So you can create a root management group. Under that, you can create a sub management group. Under that, you can also create a child management group. So similar, like you can go up to six level. So through which I can apply a different billing to each department, each product, as well as I can monitor it. I can apply the security regulation on that management group. So that will flow down and it will be applied to the resources. So when you apply the policies, so first it will apply to root management. From root management group, it will go to the the first management group, then it will go to your child management group, then it will go to your resource group, and then resources. It will how it This is how it flows. So you can create up to 10,000 management groups, but you can go up to six. You cannot go above than that. These all management groups will be part of the one trend only. Now we have come to the last slide of the day. In this slide, I'm going to tell you about the Azure plans to create a free account. So I have given you the link over here as well, through which you can create an account. So Azure has have a two different plan for the users. One is a free account plan for the general users, and other plan is they are given for the students. So if you go with the first plan over here, you have to go to the link. You have to fill the your details, your address, your name, phone number, email IDs, and then you also have to give the PAN number, and they will also ask you a credit card as well. So the 2 rupees will be debited from your account, but that will come back to you in one day. So through this, you will create your account, and you will get a 200 rupees dollar of free credit to use the services. So that will be available for 30 days. After that, also you can get a free access to popular other services for 12 months, and the other services access will be there with you. That is always free. So you can take a advantage of it, and you can create your account. If you go with the student plan, then you will get $100 credit, but you have to provide a school email address to start with, and this credit to be used for 12 months. All services won't be available to you for student, basically. If you go with that plan, you also get a free access to certain software developer tools as well. So link is already provided to you. I will share that link with you, and you can create your account. Any question, any problem you face while creating your account, you can contact me. Thank you.